Dia merah kan?
The criteria of an ideal teacher. Firstly, for me, an ideal teacher is one who can be a motivator to help people, with the awareness that the people comes from different backgrounds, have different personalities, and so on. An ideal teacher should know how to give and add motivation to each people. She needs to know that different people request different kind of motivation, as they would definitely face different kind of problem. So, being a good motivator is essential to be an ideal teacher. Then, I also think that an ideal teacher should be an ideal for her pupils. Some say that teachers are children's role model. Thus, based on this, an ideal teacher should know how to act, dress, speak, walk, or even talk correctly in front of her pupils. For all these aspects are actually being observed by them. I always hold on the principle once a teacher, always a teacher. Therefore, in everything we do, an ideal teacher should do it like how a teacher is supposed to do. Number one is creative. A teacher's creative plays a vital role in establishing ideality. Ideality is his or her teaching method, and therefore his or her students' performance. A creative teacher would always try different ways of instructional strategy to provide the useful information in an interesting shape. This will definitely depend on their students' level and interest. Number two is caring. A caring teacher becomes very popularly loved among students. It is a very vital quality that shows how much a teacher values the humanity of their students, and accordingly, students feel comfortable having such a teacher. This would also imply the aid that students get in dealing with such a teacher, and the contentment students feel with him or her. They can speak about their personal problems and private concerns freely and expect a special treatment. Number three is understanding. An ideal teacher is also expert to understand student need and work toward with making all the effort of appreciate their constraints and the reason behind their actions or even their fault sometimes. Number four is motivated. Motivation is an essential factor for both teacher and student. The teacher should be motivated enough to teach properly and deal with the students accordingly. Number five is committed. A teacher needs to commit himself or herself to the teaching profession. This would comprise taking the responsibility on their job and working on developing the aspect that regulate around it. Their presence and engagement is vital to enhance it and improve the quality of their own teaching method and technique. Number five is good communication. Communication is a vital aspect between students and teachers. It represents the core element in the teaching and learning processes. If communication is clear and productive between them, then positive results should be expected. Teachers need to communicate their instructions and deliver the information clearly so that students would react logically and rationally. Number six is punctual. As teachers are role models for their students, an ideal teacher should stick to being on time so that his or her student would follow the same path. They need to be taught and shown punctually regarding their assignment and other duties similarly. Number seven is hardworking. Teaching is a demanding profession, and to be an ideal teacher is a challenge that requires hard work and numerous efforts. Such efforts represent the teacher's willingness to perform at their utmost level of production and detachment in doing their tasks and activity, which will reflect positively on their students. Number 8 is intelligent. Intelligence is a quality that matters a lot to students. We consider it a crucial part of the whole educational process. In their views, an ideal teacher is an intelligent human being who can make them intelligent being as well. They also assume that their ongoing learning route in support to exchange their skill and advance their level of cleverness. Lastly, one important criteria of an ideal teacher that I believe all teachers must have a being loving and caring toward their children, with the fact in mind that we are handling children, thus we cannot run away from being loving and caring towards them. Children need a crucial love and care from their teachers, especially those who do not get this at home. Simply asking them if they are fine or simply treat them a meal once in a while is sufficient to portray our love and care toward the children. This would definitely make them appreciate us more. That's all.